Hey, this is Russell Smith with Computer Science 2100. I'm going to be going over problem set 4 word game and the code that I did to make the game work. So I have 3 different cells in my collab notebook. Sorry. That's the first one here, where the player plays the game. And then the second cell here is where the computer plays the game, and then I have my tester cell down here to make sure everything was good while I was coding. So I'll start by explaining the given code to us. This is all helper code. Here it was given to us. So for problem number 1, this sets the score to 0. And then this starts a for loop that iterates over each letter. It iterates over each letter in the word, and the word is expected to be a string of lowercase letters. This is inside the loop for each letter in the word. This line adds the corresponding score value from the Scrabble letter values dictionary to the score. The dictionary Scrabble letter values maps each letter to the Scrabble score. And then this guy, after the loop, this line multiplies the total score by the length of the word. This gives a score that is the sum of the letter values multiplied by the number of letters in the word. This line checks if the length of the word is equal to n. Here, n represents the hand size required for additional points, which is the predetermined constant hand size. If the condition in the previous line is true, this line adds a bonus of 50 points to the score. And then finally, this line returns the calculated score. And this code was given to us. But basically, it's responsible for displaying the current letters in the player's hand. It prints each letter, the number of times it appears in the hand, all on the same line. And this is helpful for the player to see what the letters available to form words. This was also given to us, but it creates and returns the number of hands, a random hand of letters for the player. It ensures that roughly about a third of the hand consists of vowels while the rest are consonants. And here's problem 2 that we had to code. This line creates a copy of the hand dictionary and assigns it to the variable updated hand. The copy method ensures that the modifications to the updated hand do not affect the original hand dictionary. This starts a for loop that iterates over each letter in the word. And then inside the loop, this line decrements the count of the current letter in the updated hand dictionary by 1. This reflects that the letter has been used, so it's no longer available. And then this line returns the modified updated hand dictionary, which now reflects the updated counts of letters after forming the word. And then for problem 3, which is also what we had to code, this first line checks if the given word is not present in the word list. So if the previous condition is true, this line returns false, indicating the word is not valid. This line creates a copy of the hand dictionary and assigns it to the variable hand copy. The hand represents the current set of letters the player has. By copying it, basically just ensures that we do not modify the original hand while checking if the word can be formed. This starts a for loop that iterates over each letter in the word. The word is expected also to be a string of lowercase letters. Inside the loop, this line checks if the current letter is not available or has a count of 0 in the hand copy. The get method retrieves the count of the letter from the hand copy dictionary, defaulting to 0 if the letter is not present. If the previous condition is true, basically if the letter is not available over the count of 0, this line returns false, indicating that the word cannot be formed with the current hand. If the letter is available, the line decrements the count of the letter in the hand copy by 1, reflecting that the letter has been used. And then if all the letters in the word is passed a check. And then this line returns true, indicating the word is valid and can be formed with the current hand. And then for problem 4, actually playing the hand. This is code we also had to do. This line calculates the total number of letters in the current hand and returns that value. So basically it's just a simple way to keep track of how many letters are left for the player to use. And then we also had to code this part. So this initializes the total score of a variable to 0. And this starts the while loop that continues as long as there are letters left in the hand. This prints the string current hand without moving to a new line, preparing to display the current letters in the hand on the same line. And this calls the display hand function, which then prints the letters currently in the player's hands. This prompts the user to enter a word or a period to indicate they are done playing. The user input is stored in the user input variable. And then if the input is a period, the line exits the while loop, end of the turn. This checks if the word entered by the user is not valid. The isValidWord function verifies the word against the word list and the letters available against the hand. Then if the word is not valid, this prints an error message. And if the word is valid, the code within this block is then executed. This line here calculates a score for the valid word entered by the user using the getWord function. This adds the score of the current word to the total score. This prints the score for the current word and updates the total score. This updates the hand by removing the letters used to form the word. The update hand function returns the updated hand, and then after the loop ends, this prints the final total score for the hand. And then here, this initializes the variable hand to none. This is used to track the current hand of letters the player is using. And while true, this line starts an infinite while loop, which will continue running until it is explicitly broken out of. This loop will keep asking the user for input to either play a new hand, replay the last hand, or end the game. And right here, we're prompting the user to enter a command. The user can input N for new hand, R for replay last hand, or E to exit the game. The input is stored in the user input value. And this just does all that, basically allowing the user input on how they'd like to play the game, with some functionality there to let them know that either the thing they entered is not a valid command, or that they have not played a hand yet. Then this bit of code right here was given to us as well, but it acts like as the entry point for the program. And then down here, a lot of this code was given to us to allow the computer to play a hand. So I'll just briefly explain what the given code does. So this code was given to us. Sorry, I had to take a break there. I'm back. This code was given to us. Basically, it iterates over all valid words, checks if they can be formed with the current hand, calculates their score, and keeps track of the highest scoring word. And then also this code here was given to us. But it basically allows the computer to play a hand. The computer continuously chooses the best word it can form from the hand, plays the word, calculates the score, updates the hand, and repeats until no more words can be formed or the hand is empty. And then for the part we had to code, playing a game. This initializes, I can talk, I promise. Initialize the variable hand to none. It indicates that no hand has been done yet. This line starts an infinite loop, which will continue running until it is explicitly broken out of with a break statement. This line prompts the user to enter a command again. The user can input N for new hand, R to replay the last hand, E to exit the game, just like before. And the input is stored in the user input variable. And that's what all this does down here. So again, we have the ability to print, or it will print if they enter an invalid command. And then here, we're prompting the user to select whether you want to play yourself or have the computer play. And if the user wants to play the hand, this line starts the playing of the hand by calling the play hand function with the hand word list and hand size as arguments. And then if they want the computer to play, or if the user selects that the computer wants to play, this line starts the playing the hand by calling the computer play hand function with the hand word list and hand size as the arguments. And then once again, if they don't enter either one of those two letters, they'll get an invalid command prompt. And then once again here, we initialize the game. And then I had this little guy here, the script to run the testing of all the code like you had asked us to do in the problem set. So once again, this is Russell Smith with Computer Science 2100. Now I was explaining problem set 4, the word game coding. Thank you.